Back. Just got done filming a video for you guys. It's gonna take some time to edit, so I'm not editing it right now. I'm hanging. I'm gonna hang. I've got a spin drift. I'm gonna hang out and play some guitar with you guys. I also just got back from my buddy Sean Payton setting up the Hollow Body 2. I took it to him for a setup a little bit ago, and I asked him to raise the action. And I took it up a little higher than I wanted. After sitting with it for a little while, I was like, I kind of want to back down. So went back in there, and he got me set up. We got it restrung. Getting stuff turned on, and I'm going to make some noise and hang out with you guys. So, welcome if you're watching from later on. Hope your day's going great, man. I got a lot of cool stuff coming on the YouTube. A lot of cool stuff. I got some questions I want to ask you guys about some content things too. I want to get some opinions, some voices, see what y'all think. But we'll wait till some people get in here. Welcome to all the people viewing this afterwards. I'm gonna get her tuned up if she needs it. And we're gonna be jamming on the Hollow Body today because I just got it set up, reset up. I just had the action adjusted just a little bit. Just a little bit. Which Sean is great at. If you guys are ever in the Nashville area, Sean Payton. I think it's Payton Guitars. You can find him online. Sean Payton is the best, man. Day in, day out. I've had to wait. I mean, for simple stuff, if you schedule the day with him, he'll do it day of. You just hang out in the shop. So I hang out, talk to Sean. I have a great time every time. Every single time. Okay, let's fire her up. Let's see. Sounds like it's making noise. Tone knob's off. Oh, and we are on piezo. Okay, there we go. Hey, Bill, what's up, man? What kind of capo do I have on my guitar head? You know, I just took it off. Here it is. Because I was taking this into Sean. So this is a Diodario, I believe, capo. I think they call them like a cradle capo maybe. So you push it in some and it pops off. And then this just goes around your guitar head and you just loosen it to slide it up and tighten it. And then these are awesome. Now, I will say they're a little expensive as far as cable goes. I think this was $50 or $60, but I've had this cable for like 5 years. And, man, honestly, I really recommend it. If you're playing live a lot and potentially needing to capo, gone is the worry of, oh no, is my capo in my pocket, or I got to get it out of my pocket and put it on or whatnot. This thing lives on your headstock. I just clip it right up here like this. Clip that on. I should put a product link in there, try and make some money off that. Clip it. I tighten it just slightly so it sits on there. It doesn't impede my hand at all when I'm down here. And then when I need to use it, I just loosen it. Okay, we come up to the 3rd fret, and I tighten her down, and now and all of a sudden we're rocking. Great too. You hear how well that intonates with the adjustable tension. So really good. Really good. Oh, hold on just a second, you guys. I'm so sorry. Don't leave. Okay, sorry about the blackout, you guys. I got an important text I need to look at real quick. But awesome capo. Great question. Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome in. Welcome in. I love drums, but guitar is cool. Heck yeah. Joey, what's up? I just buy a new Kaiser. Yeah. Well, the thing about those Kaiser cables is for electric, and we lost a bunch of people just because I checked that text message. That sucks. The tension isn't adjustable, and on electric, you really need that. feels good. Great to have this guitar back, playing the way I wanted it. How are you and what is your name? My name is Tim. Bill? Tim, okay, Bill, I already answered that question. Kaiser, what kind of amp do you use? Hey, Fish, right now I'm playing through a Sir Bella Reverb, and y'all are hearing that on the neck pickup, right? Just clean right now. We're meant to go. Man, feels good. All right, I was in Lexington last week and stopped by Will Cuts and got an 89 Boogie 50 caliber plus. Hey, that's sick, man. Congrats on the new amp, Bill. Heck yeah. Skills to pay the bills. I guess so, Sarah. What music do you play? I play a lot of blues, country, some funky kind of stuff. I like some stuff like that, right? Getting into a little bit of... You know what I love is doing that. I love that stuff. I was playing a whole gig like that at Paul at the Strat, but the... kind of a cool vibe, huh? I do actually, Fish, I do have a Crybaby wah pedal. I never use it. It's sitting in a bin in my closet, and I haven't plugged it in years. Hey, thanks for plugging that, Matico. Good to see you. Yeah, that like button helps, you guys. I appreciate it. Sounds like Hendrix. Hey, sent a floating heart. Thank you, soldier. Hey there, any tips to achieve the best tone out of your amplifier? You know, this is what I'd say about amps. Is don't be afraid to twist the knobs. I'd turn it on, and I'd start one knob at a time, the EQ knobs, and take it at the center, play it, then turn it all the way off, play it, then turn it all the way up, play it. That'll give you a little bit better sense of what it's doing, and then you can start to say, okay, I like it a little bit over here for a certain guitar, or maybe a different guitar, I like it more here. If it's got bright switches or boost switches, like turn them on and off, you know, mess with it. That's the thing, because if I just tell you my EQ settings on here, you could mirror it, but every guitar is different. You know, this I like right now how it's set for this guitar, but a Strat might be a little bit different, right? little bit of jamming, messing around with you guys. Okay. It's Righteous Brother. Hey, thanks, Soldier. I appreciate that. I don't know any Pearl Jam or Sum 41. I don't play a bunch of that stuff. The only Zeppelin I know, man, is the... I don't even know how to play it the completely right way. Sorry, I was getting a phone call. Love your PRS, bro. Hey, thanks, man. Thanks, Dylan. Yeah, this is a 2019 Hollow Body 2. PRS Hollow Body 2. I love this guitar, man. It's so light. It's hollow. That's why. Check out the back. The back's like my favorite part, man. Great guitar. And it's got the piezo, right? It's got that piezo capability. So, check it. Whoops, sorry. I'm messing with this chair a little bit. Still trying to figure out the best way to sit in this. Here's with the piezo blended in a little bit. You know, you get... Love that piezo capability, right? That's the mix. Here's just piezo. If I play it right, that's a hard lick. Back to the magnetic. There's a little bit of grit. Love it. Love it. Sorry, I'm just on here jamming. What are your thoughts on the band Breaking Benjamin? I haven't listened to him a ton, honestly. PRS McCarty. PRS, I have an SC. Heck yeah, Dylan. Which one you got? No, it's a hollow body 2, which is like a McCarty. Here's the difference, because they make a hollow body McCarty. Same pickups. The McCarty has the Gibson scale length, 594, right? This has a normal PRS scale length. The McCarty has the classic switch up here in 2 volumes, 2 tones, like a Les Paul, even though it's hollow body. This has a master volume, master tone, main switch, and then a piezo volume in a toggle, and it has 2 outputs on the bottom. And this one is dedicated piezo. And when I'm doing touring Land Coast stuff, I'm running both outputs, and I send the piezo output to an acoustic DI straight to front of house, and then I send the electric output to my normal electric rig. And I can play both at the same time, or one or the other. And you can blend how much is each of them. So it's really cool. A little bit different, but I got an S2. Dude, those S2s are awesome. Alex, how do you like it? 2408 custom. Heck yeah. Hold on just a second, you guys. If you spam the chat, I am going to block you. Favorite go-to licks when you pick up the guitar? You know what I do way too much? Way too much. Is this type of thing that I play that way too much. There's me noodling way too much, playing way too much stuff. Way too much stuff. That's about where we're at, I'll tell you what. Okay, hold on just a second. Jason, what's up, Jason? Hey, like the glasses. Hey, awesome, dude. There's something there we're digging deeper on. It's easy to see how you play from that view. Jason, dude, I agree. There's definitely going to be more. I don't know how many more. Maybe at some point I'll do a full vlog, because that one was only shot from the glasses. The glasses the whole time. At some point I'll do, in the vlogs and stuff, just clips. I've also thought about maybe doing a little thing where I've got a series where it's just licks I like, you know, but it's shot from that perspective. So maybe on shorts, maybe it's an actual YouTube thing, but at least on shorts, you know, saying, okay, I love playing a lick over an E dominant chord, doing like a, something like that, you know, that. I don't know, you know, being like, okay, I love that lick, or a, but you having my perspective, I think would be cool for that. There's a cool lick. I like that when you're on the bridge pickup. That. Here, I'll show you. Jason doesn't need this. Jason can play. But anyone else, kind of over an E7 thing. I should have gone back to the 4 there. Way too much of me noodling. Way too much of me noodling. Thanks for that, though, Jason. Good to see you in here, man. Like the vibe. Hey, thanks, man. Good, bro. Hey, thanks, everybody. Everybody's being great. Dude, another awesome freaking stream, dude. What's up, Bradley? Love the blues, but I default to melancholy, like Hermanos. That stuff is awesome. I recently discovered Hermanos Gutierrez. I don't know how to say it, but I guess a blend of Latin and Western guitar textures. Yeah, I just discovered that, Sarah, and I think that's awesome, honestly. I think it's awesome. Thanks, Slippin'. I appreciate that. You'd be proud. I had to learn a bunch of country intros for a sideman gig. I just did. I like it. I love it. Sticks Out and Watermelon Walk. I forgot them soon, but for a minute I had them down. I'll tell you what. Yeah, Watermelon. I'm assuming Watermelon Crawl is probably what you mean, right? I can't even remember how that. Both of those. I played both of those and I can't remember how it goes. I like it. I love it. I want some more of it to the fore. So I like it. I love it. I want some more. This is Stetson, everybody. You want to say hi? He can't sit. I got a new chair and he can't fit on the chair anymore. I know, it's sad, isn't it, little guy? There's not a way for you to jump up. Look, he's just itching to jump up. He's getting ready. You can try. I don't think you're going to fit back there. You want to go up there? Come on. Come on. Come here. Okay. If any of y'all ever want to know what it's like owning an Italian Greyhound, this is it. They're very cuddly, and they just want to be in your lap. This is all this dog wants. Look, all he wants. All he wants. This is Stetson, though, everybody. You can follow him on Instagram. I don't run the Instagram page, but he has a great little Instagram. Can you sit back there? Huh? I don't know. He's going to get bored and get down in a second. Okay. I don't know any of them. Breaking Benjamin, sorry. How much acoustic versus electric playing do you do? I'm definitely... there's been different points in my life and career, but for now it's mostly electric. I know, little guy. Look, these animals just want to be in your face. They're very sweet. Can't even stand just being on the ground. Just wants to be touching you. Ha! Let's get some views in this stream, right? They look like little deers. Looks like a little deer. Especially this color one. They're sweet, though. Incredibly fast, too. Very fast little animal. Athletic, tiny little dogs. Which means they can jump very high as well. Okay. So cool, sweet guitar. Oh man, holy shit, you guys, I am so sorry. I am like way behind on the comments. Way behind. After your review, awesome. Marcos, oh, dude, awesome to see that you've got that guitar. Thanks, man. I've got 10s on this string. Sorry, I'm just running through some of these. Any thoughts on using virtual amps in a live situation? Apparently some venues are starting. Yep, that's super true. I don't do it at all, unless I was forced into doing it. I know I have a private gig this year at a bar downtown that only uses no stage volume. The drums are even electric, and there I have to, and it's a private gig. So that'll be fine, but I don't do it at all. I need an amp. I grew up with an amp sitting behind me. It doesn't have to be crazy loud, but I can't play good just hearing it in my ears. I just can't. I mean, you know. And thankfully, before when I was just a straight sideman for a bunch of different people, that's a skill like you really got to have. You got to be able to play just direct, because some gigs will be the artist or their management team will be like, no amps on stage, no stage volume, which blows, you know. You know how many people I've watched like that, the guitar player's ripping and I'm sitting side stage, the crowd can hear it. If I'm sitting side stage and he takes a big solo and it's like, can't hear a note he's playing. All you hear is drums. All you hear is drums. So it kills the stage vibe, but thankfully I'm not just a side player now. And with my band, you know, they're cool enough to be like, okay, you want to use an amp? At least our drummer, he's got a thing for it. He just wants me to go direct so bad. And I don't know why he cares so much, but thankfully I want to use an amp. Part of the thing. They respect that. They say, okay, you can use an amp. So anyways, okay, let me keep running through these. I'm gonna get down a little bit on these comments. It said Jesus built that guitar. You play like a much older man. I'll take that as a compliment, I think, Mike. I don't know House of the Rising Sun, man. I'm just on here jamming. Here, any tips on learning pinch harmonics? You know, man, I don't use a ton of pinch harmonics, and people do ask this question a lot, and I'm probably not the world's best at trying to tell you this, but let's try. Bridge, pickup, and then drive. You want more drive on. So if I turn on my kind of more saturated sound, and I've got like a... See, I'd even go more saturated than that. Let's try this. Just a ton of drive. You know, that kind of... What it is you're hitting it after you pluck the string. The flesh of your thumb is touching the string, and that's a thing you're just gonna have to play with to get used to, I guess. Now, I don't do this all the time, and when it does happen, it just happens naturally. I've never once actively thought, except for when I'm sitting here, but in a live situation, I've never once actively thought I'm gonna hit a pinch harmonic here. Maybe that's because of the style of music I play. I don't know, but see how even there... Way to go. Let's see. Anyways, more drive's gonna help. It's plucking and then hitting just the flesh of your thumb touches after it, and I have to do it on a downstroke. But like I said, man, I'm not killer at doing it, you know. There's got to be a Paul Gilbert video out there dedicated just to that. You know, that's someone I think of that rip those stuff. A Phil X, you know, an Andy Wood, Joe Bonamassa. What is that thing? Hey, cool guys. This is a PRS Hollow Body 2. Check it out. The back is my favorite part. I know I say that like 5 times a stream when I'm using this, but it really is. Look at that. It's got the piezo in it. It's got 2 output jacks. It's from 2019. It is a Maryland-made one, an American one. And I love this instrument. I'm very fortunate to own it. You know, the piezo sounds cool even through an amp. Look, so this is on both pickups, so middle position. And I'll play that riff. It's normally on acoustic. guys. You know what I just found out? Listen to that. Wow, just found it out. Okay, so I've owned this guitar for how many months? Stats in. He's just sitting over there. I've owned this guitar for maybe 5-6 months. Haven't had to change the battery yet. Because it's a piezo, the magnetic is not active, but the piezo side is active. There's a battery. And I just flipped up to that and massive amount of volume loss. Time to change the battery. So about 6 months of playing. I think if it's turned to the magnetic switch, it's not draining it if you're not plugged into the piezo only output. And the magnetic will always work. The magnetic doesn't need a battery. So we go back to magnetic and it's, whoops, if I turn my volume pedal on, that scared me for a second. But see if I go up to piezo. Piezo's dying. I gotta change the battery. Time to change the battery. So I can't show you the piezo thing. I was about to, but some Lil Wing. I could play some Lil Wing. Mr. Fulton, I don't know how to play that song, but I will wish you a happy birthday. You know what we do in Nashville sometimes? How does it even go? I'm going to screw this up. If it's someone's birthday in the crowd, we'll do a little birthday jingle thing. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Ha! Something like that. Indonesia, what's up? Okay, saying Lil Wing. Lil Wing I can play a little bit of. I haven't played this in a minute. We go up to 3. Is that a core? This is a core, Gabriel. This is a core hollow body 2. I played the SC one some. In fact, I had one at my house for a little while to test it out. And it's great. To be honest, if I wasn't a PRS artist, I'd probably have the SE. I love this guitar. It's great. It's very expensive. It's used, technically. It's very lightly used. But I didn't pay the sticker price because of that. And being a PRS artist helped. But it's expensive, and I still paid money for this. But it is a great guitar. But yeah, other guitars I play and I come on here and I'm like, you should buy an SC Silver Sky because I love it. This one, I'm not really sitting on here recommending you go out and buy one of these. If you need to buy one of these, you're probably not looking for the advice on a YouTube channel. It's a cool thing. Is it cooler going from C to D on that or D to C? Sorry, now you are catching me just writing something. Dang it, music? I don't think so. Okay. Oh my gosh, dude. I get so behind on these comments. All right, we're just going to go scroll down. Kevin, what's up, man? Thanks for dropping the like. You probably already left. Scott, good to see you. Keith. David. What model is that? It's a Hollow Body 2. Definitely don't know Master of Puppets. What is a good beginner song to start? Honestly, you know what? Just the riff. If you're brand new to guitar, what I teach people a lot, Sweet Home Alabama, just the main riff, you know. And first, I just start with strumming, so we do a little D chord. So when you teach a beginner that, you're teaching them a D chord, a version of a C chord, right? It's not the normal C, but still. And then you're teaching them a G chord, which this is the classic G chord you learn. Never use it. Never use it. Never use it. I'm always playing a G like this. Doesn't matter. I've yet to be booed off stage because I'm playing this G. Sorry. So it's great. For beginner-wise, you can learn just the strumming pattern of just going... And it's boom, boom, down, 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 down. You can do it nice and easy. And then the picking part is just... It's... Jason, okay. Hey, Tim, do you or have you spent any time looking at bluegrass? What jazz traditions? Yeah, so I agree, right? But I haven't spent that much time. Honestly, the weakest part of my playing is probably my right hand, picking especially, and spending some time on that would probably make me better at it. My bluegrass knowledge kind of stops at the G run. And even there, if you're a real bluegrass cat, you're picking each one of those. I'm hammer on and pulling up. I can't even pick it that fast. I gotta go. Whatever, you know. But I do agree. You're right. It's classic. It's jazz, but like country jazz, right? Everybody takes a solo. There's heads, you know, great melodies, instrumental songs. I agree. What's up, guys? David, I agree. Guitars with the birds on the fret, I like them too. This is a PRS one. These birds are probably my coolest birds out of the PRSs I own. Let's see if we can get that in. How they're outlined, and then they're outlined, and then it's what, mother of pearl in there, I think, or it's abalone. I don't know. It's one of them. These are the coolest birds on any of the guitars I have. I've got multiple other. Check this out. Here's a PRS, still a PRS, but it's got the dots, which are actually just moons. If you look close, you can kind of see it. They're crescent moons in each one. There's a PRS DGT. Awesome guitar. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. But today we're playing this. Which, good thing I played this because I'm going on the road on Thursday. What day's today? Is today Wednesday? That's tomorrow already, isn't it? Okay. I don't know any Beatles songs, you guys. I'm sorry. Okay, keep spamming the chat. Just gonna block you. Mix between I haven't heard a mix between Marty Freeman and John Mayer, but I'll take it. If only I could play like John Mayer. Look at this little dog. Just wants to be in your lap. Hey, you know what's here's a question, you guys. I'm thinking, so anybody in a lot of people probably in here aren't consistently subscribed to the channel, which I'd love it if you did. But two things. One, if you're interested in guitar lessons, you can reach out to timavenmusic@gmail.com. I do online guitar lessons. I'm happy to do one with you. Just did a great one with my buddy Gary yesterday. We've been doing lessons for a little while. Talk about any type of stuff, country, blues, breaking out of the pentatonic stuff, interval things, triads, the cage system I'm using all day long. But I got a question for you guys. Check this out. I am going to release at some point a little bit of a course, and the idea is I'm going to do a course that sums up kind of, I'm thinking, I'm not going to call it this, but like the working man's handbook type of thing, going over all the concepts and stuff that I'm consistently using, the fundamentals. It'll be tabs, backing tracks, practice things, the whole 9 yards for it, right? And the idea is that you could buy that course one time for cheaper than it is for a 1 hour lesson with me, right? So you're getting, it's a lot more bang for your buck. You've always got it. It's got tabs and everything. It's not completely personalized, but the idea is I could teach more people at once than just the online lessons, because so much of the stuff I'm repeating the same things. A lot of people were talking about cage system stuff. My question is, what would you guys want to see out of that? And would anyone even be interested in something like that? You know, I do a 1 hour online lesson for 50 or 60 bucks right now, thinking you could buy a 4 hour course with tabs, backing tracks, practice regimen, the whole 9 yards for $50. And it's a one-time buy. So my question is, what would you guys want to see on that? And is anyone even interested in that? I'm going to do before that releases. I'll just give you guys a little bit of game plan. These are really for the people that are subscribing and following the channel. I'm going to do a 45-minute little masterclass thing that kind of highlights a bunch of concepts from that longer thing. They'll just be free that you can download. And with that, if you download it, we've got my friends now at Stratton Audio. If you download it, you're going to be entered to win a Strat neck pickup. I'm going to give away a pickup for that. So anyways, this is all coming in the next few months, but I'd like to hear you guys' thoughts from the people especially that consistently watch the channel. Is that something you'd be interested in? And if so, what would you like to see on it? I'm trying to kind of build the course right now. Look at this dog, dude. So, drop a comment. Tell me what you guys think. I'm about to read through these. Sorry, little guy. I know you can't come up here. My old chair he could sit in and sit behind me, and he can't now. And I think this is causing him a lot of anxiety. Look how sad he looks. I'm sorry. I love you. I know. And you're just going to scratch the guitar. The guitar's already got scratches on it. The guitar's already got scratches. Okay. Now I'm going to scroll down a little bit, because we're missing a bunch of stuff, right? But trying to give some people some time to answer. Hey, thanks for subscribing and stuff. Thanks, guys. Where am I from? I'm in Nashville. I'm subbing just for the dog. Hey, that's why I bring him up sometimes, man. The dog's a lot cuter and better than my guitar playing. Hey, but we're all out here practicing, right? That's the whole point of my channel. I somehow make a living off of this. I could play, don't get me wrong. Man, there's cats all day long that play me under the table. All day long. You just got to keep trying. Find your spot, figure out what you're good at, and lean into it. I know, little guy. Okay, hey, let me pick the dog up for just a second. What am I getting a picture of? Oh, my buddy Charles is sending me a picture. Okay, I'm going to set the guitar down for just a second. I know some people are going to leave because of this, but I want to read some of your guys' comments in regards to the lesson stuff. And we can look at Stetson while I do that. There it is, little guy. I know. You've made it. Look how long this animal's legs are. These are weird little animals. But I love it because it's a tiny dog, but man, they're athletes. We go to the dog park, and I'm telling you, this dog is consistently outrunning every dog there. Once in a while, we'll get another sight hound that can really give him a run for his money, but everybody's comments always, look how fast he is. He's so fast. Okay. How much does it cost, that guitar? Oh, how much does the lessons cost? I do $1 a minute. $1 a minute. Hey, I have an Ibanez, and somehow my bends don't sound correct, especially for solos like Hotel California. Okay, well, Hotel California has a couple hard bends in it. I can play regular notes. Can you help? Yes. I'll go over bend practice here in just a second. Okay, Macklin, I want to read a couple of these comments on this. If I were to buy that, the thing I'd like the most for that, if there was a section about soloing within chord shapes and scales, if that makes sense. A little bit of theory in a way. Absolutely, dude. Absolutely. That's totally, sorry, I got a text and I was distracted. Absolutely be a section in that, you know, and I'd try and, you know, it would start with cage system stuff and then lead into that, right? Because I'm thinking a lot of the cage system concepts when I'm saying, okay, we're going to play over some chords, try and highlight some chord tones, right? Effectively grasp the concept of modes. Okay, great. This is some great freaking feedback. Thanks, Macklin. Moving solos and chord shapes up and down the neck for more range of versatility. All right, awesome, awesome. Just got here. Okay, let me play some more. Let me play some more. Look at this dog, dude. Bring back the old chair, I know, but this one's so much better, AJ. Look, I do have to recline it all the way, which look how nice this is. I'm actually sitting in it. You can just lounge. But I recline it to get these armrests out of the way. I can take the armrests off, but then I can play guitar. But when I'm sitting up and editing stuff or sending emails and sitting on my computer, it is way better for my back. Way better. Okay, let's talk a little bit about these bend stuff. Oh, Fulton, I want to somehow get the show for interview next. Hold on, say it again. I was wondering if I can get you on the show for an interview next week, if that's okay with you. Hey, Fulton, are you running, is it a YouTube show or what? I'd totally be up for an interview, man. I'm happy to do that. I really like talking about the stuff you hear me talking about. I'll tell you what, the same email, Tim Avon Music, my username at Gmail, shoot an email on there. And if you want to get something going like that, I'm happy to coordinate. Okay, let me pick the guitar back up for just a second. And we'll talk a little bit about, I know, look how disappointed this little dog's about to be. Can you say hi to the camera? Look. These are good dogs, man. They're good dogs. They're fun. They're tiny, and they're athletes, and they're very cuddly. So if you want a dog that is all of those things, an Italian Greyhound is an awesome option. They do love you, though. He's just standing right here on the ground staring at me, wondering why I set him down. Oh, here he comes. Okay, I'm sorry, little guy. Don't worry, we'll play in just a little bit. Okay, hey, let's talk a little bit about the bending. I like that bending question that you asked. I'm just going to give you my overview on, like, here's how to practice bending. I don't know. Let's say we're in G. Now I'm thinking G. Just a little bit. We just changed these strings and breaking them in. He's staring at the strobe tuner, wondering what's going on. Is that weird? Okay, this is how I'd practice bending. And I'm going to give you a couple tips. I'll just give you like my full kind of little 5-minute lesson on it. All right. For any of you guys doing this, there's a good way to practice bending. And bending is hard, and it's hard on getting the right intonation on it. That is what's hard. Now, here's how to practice that. So there's a couple things. First off, when I'm bending with this hand, I'm pushing it. Now, I've almost always got, for what I'm going to show you, 3 fingers. I'm playing on my ring finger, but I'm using these to help push it up. That's a hard bend. We won't go over that one yet. But here's what I want you to do. So I'm thinking out of G in this C shape. This kind of gravity, John Mayer, B.B. King box, whatever you want to call it. Roots here. We're going to bend from the 2nd interval up to the 3rd interval. So we're bending on the 9th fret, or I'm sorry, the 10th fret up to the 12th fret. So this is how I want you to practice it. When I'm doing it, I'm gently, and this is exaggerated, but I'm doing a little bit of that motion, and that's to get the adjacent string onto the pad flesh of my finger, right? And that's to keep it from buzzing out. You don't want to go over it like this. See how that happens? You hit that. It's hard to do on purpose, but okay. So let's try this. We're gonna play the note we're starting from. We're gonna play, the note we're bending to, and then you're gonna slowly bend up to it. I was just doing this with the student not that long ago, and they kept trying to bend straight to it. You wanna slowly do it. Let your ear hear when it's right. So we're gonna do this bending practice, okay? You get the tonality in your ear, and then you try to slowly and controlled bend up to it. And you do that for anything. Let's say we're in C. We're gonna go here. So it's just here. You know, another way is a lot of times I do bends and I'll pedal something underneath it. So that same bend we just did. Anyways, random stuff. That's my point, though, is you're going. Sometimes pedaling that fifth underneath makes it a little more country, but it helps. That's a hard one. Doing this bend, that's a hard one. That's a... I used to have a lick over that. Anyways, that's a cool thing. I'm still working on it too, you guys, but those are the things I'm thinking about. If you're more advanced and you've done some bending, I'm going to show you an exercise right now that I just turned into a little song that I think is awesome for a bunch of different bends. There's 4 different bends in this. So I'm starting on what we just did. I'm just going to play it. Sorry, little guy. I'm just going to play it. So here I'm in the key of G. And we're gonna start here on that bend we just did, but I'm pedaling the top one. This is a little more advanced, right? But then I'm thinking I'm going down to the 5th. I'm in that G-shaped 5 chord right there. And I'm bending up that major 3rd up just a half step. And then bringing it back down. So it's... So here, I'm now in the 4 chord. I went 5 chord here. Here, I'm barring the B and E string. I'm barring the 5 and the 1, and then I'm... That's the hardest one. This hardest one here, I'm thinking G at a E shape, and I've got my ring finger on the A string, the 5th, the 1. I'm starting from the minor 3rd with my pointer finger. And and I'm pulling it up a half step. And then I go down to the 2. This is sus2, right? So the whole thing, this is an advanced technique, but it teaches you 4 different bends all in one. And it sounds cool. See, I didn't bend that one quite right. See? Okay, anyways, getting all over the place. I've played that before on here, but hey, thanks, James. I appreciate that, I think. Hi, hello, Farah, what's up? Hey, guys. Hey, AJ, good to see you in here, too, man. Thanks for keeping the chat civil. What's up, Jay's Metal and Rock? Sorry, I missed a couple people today. What type of PRS is this? This is a Hollow Body 2. Hollow Body 2. Second iteration on their Hollow Body thing. I think it's also called 2 because the first one just had this maple top and then all mahogany back and sides. This one has a maple top and a maple back. Look at that back, dude. I say that every time someone asks what guitar this is, but I love it. Also, check this out. Just acoustic, man. This thing is... Who knows what I'm playing? Gorgeous playing, man. Hey, what pedals do you like for different tones? Great, Macklin. I'll go through my pedal board. Let me answer a couple more of these other quick questions. Those F are fire. The F holes, is that what you mean? Do you gig around Nashville right now, or are you still just with Lanco? I do a little bit of both. You can catch me, honestly, for the next like month and a half at Sunday, if you're in Nashville. Sunday nights, 6:30 to 10 p.m. I'm playing with a little trio. It's 2 acoustic players, and they both sing, and then I play electric guitar, just chill, adding tones, textures, a lot of slide, at Snitch in Printer's Alley. I'm doing a little bit of both. Hey, Pete, I appreciate that, man. Welcome to it, you guys. Sarah, what's up? Hey, good to see everybody. And the members. Pete, hey, great to see you too, Pete. How you been, man? He says, play Twinkle Twinkle Little Star for me, homeboy. I don't even think I know how to do it. Great question, Cameron, though. Sounds good. Hey, thanks, guys. God's Country. Oh, man. I don't know how to... God's Country. I know I've had to cover it at some point. I saw the light. That's not it, is it? No. Not the I saw the light in the sunrise sitting back on 40 in the muddy riverside and this is God's country. That's what it is, isn't it? I bet that's that song in D. I could just guess. I saw the light nah, maybe it's let's start. Is it a minor? No, it's definitely not. It's not that. What is it? Honestly, yeah, I never do this because I normally never look up stuff, but this does have me curious, and I know I've got a chart for it on my Dropbox. Okay, type in my password that I'm not going to say out loud. Dropbox. Let me answer some more questions. Oh, I was gonna run through my pedals for you too. All right, this is what I got. In fact, here, you guys want to see the board real quick? Why don't I just flip you around? I'll show you the board. All right, here's the board. Now, currently, most of this live stream, you've been hearing nothing turned on. But it goes, this is the signal chain. Here, 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 out. Okay, here's the amp with some pieces of paper stuck in it. But you can see my settings there if you'd like. Look, I got the volume pretty low. Both those mini toggles are off. There's that HDRX 22 killer amp, dude. Got some other guitars. Some more guitars over here. Okay, so I have 4 overdrive pedals, and I like them all and use them all for different ones. This is like a Klon style, its own flavor. I used that on a song called Sound of a Saturday Night with Lanco. Now, the Wampler Bell and the ODR1, the Bell is their take on an ODR1. This ODR1 is fairly dark. People ask why I've got both on the board. Man, if it feels too bright, I'm turning this on. If it feels too dark, I'm using this one. They're both set similar gain-wise. This one I can just get a lot more brightness out of. This one can be dark sometimes, especially with the DGT. So the DGT, most of the time this is on. If I've got a Strat or something plugged in, it's this. Sometimes you stack them and it's fun. Now the full drive is absolutely my more saturated sound. And I stack this a lot with any one of those that is on for my core bass sound. With this for a kind of saturated-esque solo. Here, pulp and peel compressor, mostly used with single coils. Most of the time when I've got single coils on, I use this. Sometimes I'll kick it on for a little bit of a boost. I do have a little bit of compression running on it right now. Volume pedal, one of my most used pedals, both for muting the tone and slide. All day long on slide, I'm doing swells with this thing. And then we go up into the HX Stomp XL, which is not modeling anything, but it is running through. In fact, let's change the view. You can see what I've got set on there. So I've got some different, at home I've got a looper, but in reality that's a really spacey delay. I'm sorry, really spacey reverb. The dog is here and very interested now that I'm down in explaining this, but I've got some slap back on in no reverb because I got reverb coming from the amp right now. And that is the rig rundown, the setup, right? AJ, thanks for keeping our chat civil, dude. I appreciate you. Okay, let me see a couple. Schecter, this is a PRS. Can you please have a shout out? It's Callie. Boom, shout out. Coming to Nashville for the first time in September. Any recommendations on where to stay? Thinking somewhere near downtown. If you plan on going out a lot going out most of your time here downtown, it's a little more expensive, but you got to think if you stay close enough within walking distance of downtown, you're saving a lot of money on Ubers. Or if you're renting a car, that's great too. Here's the thing though, is if you're going out downtown a lot, you know, you got to watch drinking and driving, you know, I mean, it's a madhouse down there. I mean, it's just, so if you plan on being downtown a lot, spending a little bit extra money to stay downtown, but you can walk everywhere, it's probably a big bonus. Because otherwise, you're going to be staying at a cheaper place, but you're going to be paying $50 every time you Uber. You know, so think about that. You take 4 Uber trips, you're at $200. Could have just paid the extra $200 and stayed at a place within walking distance. So think about that, because downtown is a lot of fun, but let's be honest, it's a drinking town unless you're sober, if you're going down there. And hey, check this out. This is the other thing. If you rent a car to not Uber, then you can not drink, or you shouldn't drink, right? I'll say that. But then you got to park. And if you don't know where to park, or like I play down here and I've collected a ton of QR codes from all kinds of garages and I just use them. So I get discounted or free parking most of the time because I have QR codes I've collected. I'm not supposed to collect those, but I'm not paying $50 for parking. But if you drive down there, you might not be able to drink because you drove, right? Or we all, you know what I mean. And then you might be paying $50 for parking anyway. So you should have just Ubered. And then you got to have the hassle of freaking trying to drive down there. So if you're going to spend a lot of time downtown, I would recommend pay the little extra money, stay somewhere within walking distance, even if it's a couple blocks, you know, unless it's raining, which is going to suck to be down there anyways. It's nice to walk around town. It's not like dangerous or whatnot for the vast majority of it. There's a couple areas, but I don't know how to even communicate that to you. Anyways, that's my answer to your question. Right outside of the church town, there's a dirt road that's... Oh, that's right. I was going to look up this God's Country thing. I don't want to save. Okay, God's Country. Let's see. I know there's a chart in here for it. Oh, God. Dropbox is trying to sell me fucking everything. God's... Come on. There's no world that there is not a chart for this. It's Blake Shelton, isn't it? Blake Shelton. There's no world there's not a chart in this massive 2,000-3,000 chart Dropbox I have for God's Country, right? God gave me you? No. Okay, apparently there's not. I don't know. RIP to that side quest. Hey, you guys. Great hang. Great chats today. I appreciate you guys with the gifts, too. The tips from any stream. I appreciate all of you guys. Hey, absolutely, Macklin. I hope that helps. Downtown where, though? Honestly, I just try and stay close to the Strip, if that's what you're asking. Try and stay close to the Strip. It's going to cost a little bit more money, but I'm telling you, if you factor in those Ubers and the parking and the potential dangerousness of if you're driving, drinking and driving, even just getting pulled over, right? That's fucked on its own. So anywhere within a block of Broadway, block, 2 blocks. No, not Broadway in New York City. That's a whole different game. Broadway in Nashville, lower Broadway, where all the music and bars are. Welcome to hell, where there is no Blake Shelton charts. Daniel, you got this same Dropbox, dude? Thanks, Tim. Only going to be in town for 3 days. Thinking downtown and won't be hiring a car because it sounds like too much. I agree. Yeah, absolutely. Sarah, enjoy it. Enjoy it. What's up, man? He's saying A minor, C, D, A minor. Okay. Well, I saw the light. I've been baptized in the dawn. Down in a muddy riverside. Oh, I switched too late. So I saw... I'm not a singer, y'all. But I'm just trying to think of it. I saw the light. I've been baptized in the muddy riverside. And inside I've been... Still bringing these strings in. Still breaking these strings in. Think McDavid will ever win a cup? To be honest, I don't even know what that is. I'm assuming that is a sport I don't watch. So if it's a cup, soccer has a cup, right? In F1 or some type of racing are cup sports. Am I correct? And McDavid, that could be an F1 driver or a soccer driver. It's A minor if using a capo. Oh yeah, so I was playing in the wrong key, but that Last Dance with Mary Jane, you're right. It's just like that too. Oh, no, that doesn't go to the D. That goes to G, I think. No. I was sitting around and I don't know. I don't know the words, so I ain't gonna. Okay. Hey, Kyle, how to get started playing Broadway gigs? Okay. You guys want to know how? I'll tell you how. And check this out. I got so many friends and buddies and people I know or people that I've just seen on the internet that play way more Broadway gigs than I do. I used to play it for like 9 months. I played full time, which I've got friends that have been playing down there for 5, 10 years full time. So they know way more about it. But getting started, I think this is pretty universal. How do you get started? You need to start going down there and hanging out. This is how you get started playing Broadway gigs. Go down, and I'm just going to give you my full spiel. So this will take a few minutes, but this is how you start. I'd go down there, and I'd start hanging out and watching bands. Now, there's different types of bands. You'll notice and at different times of day, different types on the same stage sometimes, you know? So, I'd go down and find a group that's playing stuff that you think you can play and that you like, you know? If you're an old school country guy, I'd look for some bands that are playing that, probably in the morning time, you know? Roberts, but you're probably not going to start at Roberts, unless you're like a real, as they say, gunslinger. Then you might. But either way, I'd go down and if you're an 80s rock kind of guy, Van Halen, whatever, there's bands down there. I'd go down there a little bit later at night, check out Kid Rock's main stage, some stuff like this and that. It's going to be people. So I'd find some groups that you enjoy, and then the key is go talk to the players afterwards. Now this is like I should make a course on this, right? Because I really think this works, man. This is how I started meeting people. So you're going to go down there. You're going to find a group you like. They're doing something cool. Now, while you're watching them, I want you to think, if you're a guitar player, think of a question for the guitar player. Or a compliment. Question or compliment. It's better to have both, right? Which sometimes come in the same form. Once they get done, if you can, try and go up, introduce yourself, say, hey man, my name's Tim. Dude, I loved your playing on whatever song. What are you doing to get that tone? All right? So right off the bat, quick introduction. You gave a compliment, and then you ask them a question. It's giving them a space to talk, right? Because everyone likes talking about themselves. Most players, some people might not be as nice, but a lot of people are going to be like, oh, man, I appreciate that. Yeah, dude, I'm just using this Nobles ODR1 thing, or I'm using this, some type of question. Hopefully, that's just enough of conversation to be like, man, I just wanted to say that. I'm brand new to town, just out looking to meet people. The worst thing you can do is go down there and ask to sit in. Don't do that. Don't do that. When you know people, I've sat in before because I've got buddies playing in the band. They're like, yeah, Tim's cool. Come sit in, play a few songs. Don't go ask random bands to sit in. That's the easy way to say, don't talk to that guy. No. But I'd find something you like. If you're a guitar player, ask the guitar player afterwards and just try to strike up a conversation. And if you keep doing that, you will slowly make some friends, right? One of those friends might say, hey, on Tuesday nights, me and some guys, we're drinking beers, and he's got a place at his spot where we can jam. Come on over and jam. Then maybe you get to play with some people, right? Try and keep in touch with them. Maybe you follow someone on Instagram. You've talked to them a couple times downtown. You say, hey, man, can I take you out for some coffee or something? You know, some people aren't open to that idea, but it's at least worth asking. Or I'll grab you a beer. I've got some questions. I'm new to town, right? It's developing those connections because the connections are where you're going to get it. Once a person feels confident in you, then they say, okay, I'm going out on the road for 2 weeks, and they need a fill-in guitar player. Hey, why don't I call Tim, man? Tim's been asking. He's been at like 4 gigs. He seems like he really knows his stuff. Maybe I've jammed with him once. I know he can know his stuff. And, you know, now that's just the getting the gigs part. I'm omitting the prep to try and get those, which is learning a lot of songs. You don't have to learn 500, and you're going to get thrown in to hot water no matter what, and you're going to get up there, and there's going to be songs you don't know no matter what. You can't get away from that. There's some staples, like you should probably learn Folsom Prison, right? And be able to kick it off. And whatever. Friends in Low Places. Right? Blame it all on my roots. I showed up in boots to ruin your black tie affair. The last one to know, the last one to show. I was the last one you thought you'd see there. Right? Chattahoochee, you should. There's a ton of it. I mean, there's so many, man. But building those connections. Now, here's the extra pro tip, because building connections might seem obvious. How to open up those connections is a great thing. But extra pro tip is there's shifts down there. 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., 2 to 6. I'm sorry, 10 to 2. Yeah, 10 to 2, 2 to 6, 6 to 10, 10 to 2. Those are the general standard shifts. And there's more bars now that are deviating a little bit from that. Because when every bar's on that same schedule, then you leave that bar because they're switching bands and no other bars are playing music. So some bands have started shifting it some, so they're playing music when other people aren't. Anyways, go down. I'd go down in the morning because it's easiest to talk to people, and get down there at noon or 1. Find a band you like, and then you're not going to be standing there for 4 hours waiting to talk to the person because there's no breaks. And if they are on a break for something, you might not want to talk to them. Talk to them once the gig's done. So anyways, pro tip. Okay, I talked a bunch about that. How do I write a basic guitar song? I'd pick just a couple chords and send it, man. A couple chords and send it. Beautiful PRS right there. Hey, thanks, Mindset. Unrelated stuff. Do you play video games? Tristan, I absolutely do. In fact, I'd love to start a video gaming channel, man. I'd love to. You know, video games is hard because I don't bring guitar like I live and do this. I bring like something that there's tons of guitar players, but I do somehow make my living off of it. I bring some knowledge to it. Video gaming, I love it. I've been doing it for longer than I've been playing guitar. I love competitive games. I love FPSs, role-playing games. I'm deep in Splitgate right now, man. I was a huge fan of the first Splitgate. Splitgate 2, playing the heck out of it. I'd love to be a streamer and video gamer. But you know, I'm not bad. I'm better than the average player, but I'm not crazy good. So, you know, anyways, side related, but I love that stuff. Elden Ring, Skyrim, Call of Duty. When Fortnite first released, for the first couple years, I played it hard. Not as much now. In fact, not at all now. Rocket League, deep in Splitgate. I've been playing some Arma Reforger. Man, Reforger. Great game. Great game. The social interactions on that game are just gold. So much fun. What are some other games that I really love? Anyways, bunch of them. Heck yeah, brother. Wait, Hollow Body? Yeah, this one is a PRS Hollow Body 2. So it's completely hollow. You can kind of, in fact, look, you can see in there. In fact, you can see the light from the other F-hole. So see that block in there that's under this bridge? That's the only part that's not hollow. Whereas a lot of 335s, a standard one, there's block down the center. So it's like semi and semi-hollow. This is completely hollow, which makes it light, dude. I mean, you can't have an electric guitar this light. It's really, really light. By far and away my lightest one, but it's hollow, so that makes sense. So it's a core Hollow Body 2. The capo's covering it up a little bit, but favorite part every time someone asks, I love that back, man. That back a little thicker than your standard PRS, which I love. And acoustic, it's so much fun to play this guitar acoustic. But the Great sound of pickups. Here's the neck. Hear all that bullshit I just played? Straight up, down. It's cage system, dude. It's cage system. All day long. That's how I can play. All the way up and all the way down. Now, is that super musical, what I just did? Not really. And I can admit that. That's okay. That's straight noodling. But that's a mix of the cage system, knowing my scale shapes that go with the 5 cage shapes, and the mix in major and minor. Right? That mix in major and minor. Sure, a little bit of drive on. Hey, dude, Avon Crew, Mark, thanks for the first tip in the chat today, man. I appreciate you. Heck yeah. And, hey, AJ, thanks for the subs, dude. AJ is our resident mod and keeps the chat good. Can you gauge distortion to it? So there's a little bit, right? And if I dig in, turn the volume up more, that gets kind of hairy. That's the tumness. Here's the bell. Here's the ODR1. Here's the full drive. playing. Some random playing. Thanks for the 10 subs. And the tip. Dude, Mark, thanks, man. Hashtag Avon Crew. Can we get that going? Mark says, I love hearing you play around on the acoustic. I play acoustic. Okay, Mark. Normally, I wouldn't pull out the acoustic, but you just tipped, so I absolutely will. Now, let me say, dude, and the strings are sitting in the case. The strings are sitting in the case. I desperately need to change these strings. Dude, these strings are like a year old. But I'll play a little bit of acoustic with you. Then I'm going to end the stream, you guys, only because I've been on here for like 92 minutes. Check this out. This is the only acoustic I own right now. Oh, hello. Ha, that's a great guitar. This is a 2001 Martin 0015, which let's think about it. So 2001, we got one more year. Once they're 25 years, I think they're considered vintage. It enters like the vintage instrument market. Now, I doubt this is in tune. Really quiet because the strings are so dead on them. Hey, thanks. I know. I definitely need to change these strings, you guys. Fretboard is so gunked up. But you know, it still plays. I hate these strings right now. And I swear, it loses a great amount of volume because of how dead these are. But when I go with my fingers... Whoa, you know what I just thought about? Dude, you know what's something I haven't tried to play in years that I made up? Well, first off, so let's do some finger picking stuff. I haven't played acoustic in a minute. That's a riff I made up. Here's another riff I made. Dude, Mark, thanks, man. I appreciate it. Hey, thanks, dude. Super nice. Biggest tip in a while. Thanks, dude. I really appreciate that, man. Thanks, Mark. Check this out. So that riff I just showed you, made up something that I made up a while ago. Check this out. I think I made that riff I just played up in high school. I'm 31 now. This one I also think I made up in high school. Maybe my best days are behind me, dude. Look at this. Let's see if I can play it. I haven't tried to play this in a while. I'd love to turn this into a Lanco song. all I have for it. But it's a fun, cool thing. That little part's just an intro. Just an intro, right? But, dude, I'm going to play another one that I haven't thought about in a long time. Love this riff on the 12 string. You're right. I did play it on 12 string that one time. Wow, great recall. Okay, we got some Sarah OG fan, although I've seen Sarah in here before. But, yeah, you're right. Okay, check this out. What was I? I can't remember, man. I can't remember. You're welcome. Hey, friends in low places. I played that earlier, Sean. Safe from any of the storms passing through. Bright sunny skies here. Bright sunny skies. What I see? Okay, great. Wait, Sean. Hold on. Did Sean say another song? Friends in low places. You're welcome, my man. Oh, yeah. What I see, I can play the riff for What I See. Normally, I'm on electric doing this. And most of the time, I actually just play it in standard to save time from tuning down on stage. But the riff is... What I see I don't know the words. What I see is a little piece of what I see. A little piece of heaven right side on top. All I know, I don't know the words, and it take me home where I belong. what I see. What I see is a little piece of heaven this side of eternity, right? What I see is a little piece of heaven this side of eternity. And all I know, this two-lane road ain't gonna take me home where I belong. I'm inside and right out beneath. I've been going at a big tree. I've been going at it underneath. I don't know the words, but hey, Sean, I appreciate the tip and the great request. That song I do know. When I'm working and you go live, I play your live videos on the Big Gemini Bluetooth Pro Series, and everyone at work listens. Everyone at work, I'm sorry. Thanks, Mark. I appreciate it, man. Hey, great question about picking up the acoustic today, man. I'm gonna restring it. We'll do an acoustic only live stream coming up. Okay. All right, you guys. I've got to let Stetson out, let the dog out. Hey, thanks, everybody. Thanks for hanging out. Awesome stream. Everybody that tipped, I can't thank you enough, dude. Mark, Sean, I'm missing one other one in there, I think. But thank you guys so much. Hey, have a great rest of your day. I just recorded a video today. I've got to edit it and get it out. But I'll just tell y'all on live stream. Next video coming out is like the 5 things I feel like I use the most playing live gigs, the concepts and stuff from the national number system, the cage system. And I've just kind of run through each of them. So, yeah. Hey, I love you guys. Until next time, peace.